Hi hookers, I put up this video on Instagram and TikTok and everyone wants to know how to do a strawberry granny square. So I'm going to be showing you how to do just that. You're going to want to pick a base color. I chose white and a red and a green yarn. Then select a hook size for your yarn selection. You're going to start your project by doing a magic circle. After you're done with that, go ahead and chain 2. Then you're going to do 2 double crochets. Yarn over, insert your hook into the hole, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Then 1 more double crochet and chain 2. Now you're going to do your first full granny stitch. So you do this by doing 3 double crochets, still going into that magic circle hole. Follow that up with chain 2. Then you're going to repeat that 2 more times. So 3 double crochets, chain 2. Once you're done, there'll be 4 little granny stitches there, and pull your magic circle tight. I left a little hole in the middle. Then slip stitch into the 3rd chain that you made in the very beginning. I actually go through the stitch, it just makes it look cleaner for me. Alright, and then row 2. Row 2, you're going to start with chain 3. And then you're going to start your first corner. For your first corner, you're going to start with 3 double crochets into the chain 2 space from the previous row. Then do 2 chain 2s. Now we're going to start the strawberry granny stitch. So start with a double crochet, but before you finish, pull through the red. Now you're going to do 5 double crochets with your red. In that same, keep going in that same hole, that same chain 2 space from the previous row, and I tuck in my red yarn behind it. Once you completed the 5 double crochets, you're going to work it kind of like a popcorn stitch. So you pull out your hook, insert your hook into the first red chain, little wee thing there, then put your hook back in. Now grab your green yarn and pull your green yarn through the loop and the first stitch. Now you get the stem part. Woohoo! So how you're going to do this is you're going to pull up loops in between the double crochets. We're going to have 5 loops on your hook, so pull them through the posts. Try and keep them a little loose, you don't want them to be too tight. So you got 5 loops there, yarn over and pull your green through. Just pull that a little snug, wiggle it around. Alright, now we're going to pull the white through. So you're going to grab your white yarn and pull it through the green loop. And pull your green nice and tight. Alright, now we're going to finish the stitch with a double crochet back into that same hole. And I make sure to yarn or to pull my red and green across, so I do my double crochet around it. And I just make sure those are hidden behind the last granny stitch. There we go. Now we're going to start the next one. You're just going to double crochet into the next chain 2 space, and repeat that all the way around. And this is why you need to make sure you're pulling through your yarn. I just wanted to show you guys my error, because if you don't, as you can see, your green and your red are not where you need them to be. I guess you could cut and tie off every single time, but that is a lot of ends. That is a lot of ends, and I'm not about that life. So yeah, pull it across like that and continue working around. I'm going to show you real quick me actually picking up the red, and then I'll meet you at the very last strawberry stitch. Alright, the last stitch, you're going to pull through the white, and you've already done the last double crochet. So you're just going to need to slip stitch into the 3rd chain that you did like in the very beginning with the white. And I'm just making sure, like, I'm really finicky. I want that first one to be a certain tension. So I'm just making sure it's not too loose. Now I'm going to show you a little tip in the back to make your strawberries nice and pointy. I take some yarn and actually do a little loopy thing right there. I do this with yarn ends so I don't have to tie them in, or I'll just go back with some red yarn or whatever and pull it through a few times. And that gives it that nice point. Alright, so for the next row, I'm sorry my lighting got all messed up. The light went out, I don't know. Ugh. Anyways, to start the 3rd row, you're going to chain 3, yarn over, and do 2 more double crochets into that hole. Then you're going to do a corner stitch. This is just a regular granny. So you do 3 double crochets, then chain 2, and then do 3 more double crochets. And after you do the chain 2, you turn your work so that you're facing the opposite side of the square. And then in the middle of that square, do another granny stitch, so 3 double crochets. Then you're just going to repeat that around. So you'll do the corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then a granny stitch in the middle, which is 3 double crochets. I'm showing it here in fast. Remember that you can always slow down my videos or speed them up depending on what you want to do. One nice thing about YouTube. The last just like throwing my yarn around. The last corner, you do the same as you always would, and then you slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the 1st stitch you made. Slip stitch. So that's the square. You can leave it there or add on more, whatever you want to do. I went ahead and did a border for my 4th row. So I did that by doing single crochets across the top. As you see here, just going in the top of the double crochets from the previous row. And to make it so it didn't curl up on the edges, on the corners, I did a single crochet, chain 2, then single crochet. And then you just single crochet across, and in the corners do that. Keep doing the single crochet, 2 chains, and a single crochet. And then make sure you slip stitch to join. And that's it, folks. Just cut off, tie in those ends if you haven't been doing it as you go around. And here's your cute little square. Oh, someone make something out of this. Cardigan, tote, whatever you want to do. Please follow us on our social media accounts. We have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you're on, we're on there. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let us know what else you want us to make. We will do it. Bye-bye.